Let's come onto our mats. It's really warm here. And so I talked about my constitution, my dosha with you on Wednesday. And I said I'm Vata Pitta, which means I'm predominantly bi-doshic. So I have two doshas that are dominant. I hardly have any Kapha in me. In fact, I have no Kapha in me. Well, that's not impossible. I do have some Kapha, but it's so minimal. It doesn't affect my character, doesn't affect my constitution. So Vata, Pitta are two quite high energy doshas. The Vata is the one that spins around up here. It's very kind of like high energy, can become very restless. That sort of spontaneous creative energy can switch very quickly into anxious, restless energy that kind of can be quite depleting. That's Vata, the balance and imbalance. The Pitta energy is kind of connected with the fire and the water element. So the Pitta in me gets very hot, very heated. So if you're feeling very passionate, if you have a tendency to get hot very quickly, if you have a tendency towards anger and criticism and frustration that you express, that's the Pitta in you. So combination of Vata Pitta, when it's working well, it's really good, but when it's not working so well and you're out of balance, it's hard work being me or you, whichever one. So today my Pitta is quite high. I'm very hot. I'm very heated. So the Vata practice will actually help me shift back into a little bit more Vata-like state and sort of take me out of the Pitta back. This is not a Pitta pacifying practice today. We're still working with the Vata dosha this week. And then next week we'll switch into Pitta and then a week after into Kapha. I have so much to say. There you go, see the Vata is there. Let's come on to our mats, settling into our comfortable seat, Sukhasana. So reach for your blanket, your folded blanket, which sort of helps to elevate your hips. A cushion will do. I use a flat block. Ground down through your sit bones. Have your legs crossed in a comfortable way. And remember, you can always roll up a blanket and place it underneath your shins or underneath your ankles. That will make it more comfortable to sit here. You can sit as high as you like. You don't have to be this low to the ground. Lengthen through your spine. Roll your shoulders up towards your ears, really hunch them up and then slide them down and away. And for our mudra today, our hand gesture. So the other day we did Bhu mudra, which was the ring, little finger and thumb coming together and the index and middle pointing down. That's the earth gesture mudra, grounding. Today we're going to have another earth element mudra. And it's called Sthira Mudra. So the ring finger represents the earth element. Bring in the ring finger of your right hand and then take your thumb to the outside of your ring fingernail. On your left hand, bring the ring finger and the thumb tips to touch. So right hand, the thumb is on the outside of the ring finger at the tip. And in the left hand, the tips of the ring and thumb are touching. So this is the Prithvi Mudra in your left hand. And then the sort of steady, stable energy is connected to with your right hand here. Begin to observe your breath. Connect with the journey of your breath. And really focus today on the outward breath. Begin to notice the difference in length between the in and the out breath. Notice how when you inhale, breath may not travel as far. Notice how on the out breath, the exhale, the breath travels further out and away from you. The out breath is the breath of releasing, of letting go, of eliminating, of offering up to the world. So Vata constitution, the Vata dosha, space and air together, is an expansive external energy. It is what we release and put out into the universe. So Vata dosha people have a real energy and presence that is felt by all of those around you. So today in your Vata practice, I invite you to connect with this sense of the offer that you give to the world, the gift that you make to the world. And your out breath is the way in which you offer that. So the energy you convey with this outward breath is the energy that will affect those around you. Three more breaths here. I invite you to release your hand just for the moment, those hand seals, and bring your palms together in Namaskar. Opening our practice by chanting Om 3 times. And for each Om, let's offer up a gift to others. A gift that you wish to impart. Something that you have, a quality, a trait, a talent that you can offer to the world. Inhale fully. Exhale completely through open mouth. Inhale to prepare. Om. Inhale. Om. Inhale. Om. Hands to your eyebrow center. Namaste. And welcome, yogis. So we're going to practice today. Again, we're going to be moving mindfully. Our movements are going to be conscious and slow and fluid. We're trying to move from the space and air element, which combines, creates the Vata dosha, shifting down into the earth and water elements in order to pacify and balance Vata when it has a tendency to shift out of balance. So let's start by grounding down through our fingertips into the earth. Reconnect through your fingertips and the earth. Lengthen your crown to the sky. So the connection between the earth and the parts of your body that connect with the earth. Breathe into those areas. Breathe out from those areas. The mantra for today is Om Bhudevaye Namaha. Om Bhudevaye Namaha. Om Bhudevaye Namaha. Om Bhudevaye Namaha. So Bhu means earth. Devaye means Mother Earth or the divine energy that is in the earth. And we're invoking the strength, stability, regenerative qualities of the earth. Vata has a tendency to become depleted, exhausted, fatigued. They expend so much energy that sometimes they leave themselves in deficit. So we draw in energy from where we can. We seek to take care of ourselves, to nourish and replenish our source of energy. One more breath here, and then let's place the left palm on the earth, and then inhale to reach up with the right arm and exhale over to the left. And again, remember, you can bring your hand in your mudra. So this is the right hand. The thumb goes to the outside of the ring fingernail. One breath here. Inhale through center, up and over with the left arm. So tips of your ring and thumb touch in Prithvi Mudra. One breath here. Inhale through center. Let's bring the left fingertips on the earth. Let's reach up with the right arm. And then exhale, take the right hand between your shoulder blades. You can bring the left hand to the elbow of the right hand and lengthen there. So bring in the elbow towards your head. Your right fingertips draw down towards the earth. Take a moment here. Releasing, and let's take the right hand to the earth, lengthen with the left hand, and then again bend the elbow, take the left fingertips to the middle of your shoulder blades, right hand helping to draw the left arm in towards you, fingertips reaching down behind you. And let's release. Drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. The helping hand can come here, so left hand to the outside of the right, to the right side of your head, right ear. Right fingertips can be on the earth or elevated. And as you lift, you'll find that your arm feels quite heavy and you have a sense of elongation here on the right side. One breath here. Inhale through center. Let's go the other way. So drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Again, left hand can help here to add a little bit of weight. Left fingertips can stay on the earth, or you can lift them at an angle. And you feel some heaviness there. One more breath. And then let's bring your hands down to the earth. Now bring your legs out so that the soles of your feet touch in butterfly here. Have a generous space here. Reach up, create some height and length. And again, your hands can come into your mudras. Sthira mudra, right hand with thumb to the outside of the ring finger, nail, and left hand, thumb and index touch. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips, reaching as far forward as you can go, and then release your hands to the earth, coming into a forward fold over your butterfly, Pada Konasana. One breath here. So the Vata element is really associated with movement, mobility, travel, spontaneity. So it's an active dosha. And therefore the balance is to come into stillness and slowness. Like increases like, opposite creates balance. One more breath here. Inhale to lift up, reach up again towards the sky, take a moment. And then let's release our hands. Squeeze the ankles, rub your feet here. So give yourselves a little foot massage, often paying attention to the place that connects most with the earth helps to ground and root us. So massaging your feet is always a good idea, but also, as we talked about, we have a tendency to have cold hands and cold feet if you're Vata. So ironically, circulation is always not as good. So we're all out here, but internally the circulation may not be as effective. So not reaching our feet and hands. One breath here. And then let's release, bring the knees in together. Let's shift the legs around and come onto to our shins in Vajrasana. So here you can always sit on a cushion. So you can have a cushion underneath your sit bones, or you can have a cushion underneath your knees, or you can have a cushion underneath your ankles, depending on where you feel any tension or pressure. You can have a cushion in all three places there. Lengthen through your spine here. Squeeze the navel in. So we're going to hug in the muscles to our bones today. To really bring this embodied sense of connecting with our body physically, hugging in the muscles wherever you can. Here we are in Vajrasana, hero pose. So for a moment, we're going to come onto our hands and then lift our knees so that we rock back onto the feet. Stretching out through the ankles. Again, paying attention to the places that connect with the earth. One breath here, then lower again to the earth. Take your hands forward, fingertips pointing out. Take a breath there, press into the earth as if you're pushing the earth away, you're trying to slide your mat away. And then let's flip our hands and place the backs of our hands on the earth, fingertips towards us. Looks very strange, I know. And then let's tuck in our toes and come into a toe squat. So here, tucking your toes, you can stay forward with your weight, or you can come upright, and this adds the weight onto your toes, or you can lean back, which adds even more weight to your toes. So be at an angle that suits you. A little toe stretch. And let's move from there into table, all fours here. Neutral spine, again, hug in your navel. Engage your Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Inhaling to lift your tailbone, shine your heart, lift your gaze. Fluid movements through the length of your spine, undulating from the tail all the way to the top of your neck. Moving with your breath. 3 more here. Moving slowly, purposefully, and mindfully. And then neutral spine. Take a moment, and then let's extend our right fingertips to the sky. Create space, and as you exhale, coming into threading the needle. Now that left hand can crawl forward so that you come onto your fingertips and you create extension here. Or you can take your left fingertips to the sky. And if you feel like you need more grounding, take the back of your left hand to your right hip. You can even tuck your fingers round into the fold at the top of your leg. One breath here. Om Bhudevaya Namaha. I stay grounded in the midst of change. I seek stability when I'm feeling anxious or nervous. One more breath. Release the left hand, whichever variation it's in. Bring it back to the earth and then inhale. Rise with your right fingertips to the sky and replace them on the earth. Now we're going to move over onto the left side. So inhale, reach to the sky with your left fingertips and then thread underneath your body. So that right hand can crawl forward, coming onto your fingertips. Right fingers can reach the sky. Back of right hand to left hip, or you can tuck your left fingertips into the fold at the top of your leg. One more breath. And then release your hand wherever it is, back to the earth underneath your shoulder. Inhale to rise with your left hand to the sky. And exhale, hand to the earth. Tuck your toes. Inhale, lift your knees and hover here for a moment, as if you are ready to pounce. Not going anywhere just yet, hovering here. Hug in your navel. Squeeze the core. Push the earth away through your hands as if you have this bound up energy like a panther ready to leap. And then let's lift the tailbone to the sky, coming into your Parvatasana mountain. And let's flow here. So wave through your spine, perhaps. So you might wave backwards and forwards. You might pedal your feet. Let's just make some movement here. I'll tie my hair up so you can see my face. And I don't look like that girl in The Ring, that scary movie. And then when you're ready, let's come to stillness. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky here. Toes are reaching behind you. Bend into your knee. Open up through that right hip. So turn the right knee towards the sky and look underneath your right armpit. One breath here. And then gaze back to the earth. And this time, let's bring in the right knee towards the heart. Exhale to lengthen the right foot behind you. One more time, bend the knee, open the knee up towards the sky, pointing up, opening that hip. And then let's bring the right knee to our right elbow. Exhale to re-extend that leg. Bend into your knee, open the knee to the sky, opening through that hip. And then let's thread that knee through to the left elbow. And one more time, nearly there. This time, let's take the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Take a breath. You worked hard there. So we're creating strength. One breath here. So your right foot is on the outside of your right hand here. Let's take a breath here. Now leave the right hand on the earth, on the inside of your right foot. Now that left knee can be lifted or you can bring it down to the earth. Yogi's choice, see how you want to be here. Inhale, let's lift your left fingertips to the sky. So you have your left knee on the earth, or you can have your left knee lifted, Yogi's choice. How do you feel here? Do you feel unstable? Do you feel as if you're balanced? Are you working hard to stay still here? So Vata is impatient when it's out of balance. Yet it is also very adaptable. So if you're Vata, you're also very adaptable. One breath here, whichever variation. And then let's bring the left hand to the earth. Take a breath here. Left knee can be on or off the earth. Now we're going to lift the right hand to the sky. Again, Yogi's choice. Left knee on or off the earth. Inhale, right fingertips to the sky. One breath more. Using your spontaneous creative energy and channeling it into something purposeful and focused. Being attentive. One breath more. Exhale, right hand to the outside of the right foot. Take a moment here, and then we're going to step back into mountain. You have the option of coming onto your knees and taking a child's pose here. Wide-legged recommended. Eyebrows centered to the earth. You can have your fingertips on the earth, palms lifted so you're cupping, or palms connected with the earth. You know what's coming, the other side. So if it felt that having three-legged dog was really hard work, You can always bring the other knee down to the earth, so you're moving from table. Inhale, let's rise up. You can stay in table and do this, or you can lift up into mountain. Yogi's choice. So, when you're ready, let's shift the weight into the right foot and reach behind with the left leg. Bend into your left knee and lift the knee up towards the sky so you open through the left hip. Gaze under your left armpit. One breath here. So if you're on your knees, you'll still be doing the same thing. Turn your head to center. Let's bring that left knee in towards your heart. Exhale to re-extend the left leg. Again, bend into your knee. Turn out the hip. And this time we're going to go over to the left elbow. Re-extend. Bend into your knee, open through the hip. And then let's go across the body to our right elbow. And re-extend, nearly there. One more breath. Bending into your knee, let's step to the outside of our left hand. Slipped on my floor. So our mats aren't very wide. We all probably need bigger mats, but they make them for skinny women. And not all of us are skinny. So the mats are never quite as big as we would like them. So the left hand is on the inside of the left foot. The right knee can be lifted off the earth, or it can be resting on the earth. Yogi's choice. We're going to shift the weight into our left hand. Really ground down through your feet. The ball of your right foot is connected with the earth. Inhale, lift your right fingertips to the sky. And balance here. Remember, you can always bring your hand into your mudra. So you could have your right knee on the earth. One breath here. Exhale, right hand to the earth. Inhaling, let's take the left fingertips to the sky. Exhale, left hand to the outside of your left knee. And this time, we're going to step forward with our right foot to meet our left. Unfurl your spine ever so slowly, as if you're peeling, unpeeling, coming up. Take a breath here. Let's come to your standing mountain Tadasana. Bring your hand to your mudra. Before we move. So Vata is an enthusiastic, energetic, spontaneous, lively kind of person, often called a free spirit, unconventional, rebellious in nature. And when that energy is in balance, it achieves change and transformation. When that energy is out of balance, which is why we're working with our yoga practice to balance the energy, that nervous, anxious energy can make Vata forgetful, feel spacey, be unreliable, inconsistent, start projects without finishing them. So using our yoga to help balance means that we can draw out the most positive, beneficial qualities of Vata dosha. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, down towards the earth. Inhaling, halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale to fold, Uttanasana. Inhale to reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Half sun salutations, Ardha Surya Namaskar, twice more. Inhale, moving with your breath to rise. Exhaling to come towards the earth. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling to fold. Inhaling to rise. Exhaling, hands to your heart. One more time, moving with your breath. Inhale to rise up towards the sky. Exhaling to fold down towards the earth. Inhaling to halfway. Exhaling to fold. And then inhale to reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart center, adding on. Inhale, reach up. Let's take your hands, interlace your fingers, and then turn your palms up towards the sky. This palm tree, and we're going to sway over to the left. Inhaling to center, exhaling over to the right. Inhale to center. One more time over to the left. Inhale to center, over to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, hands to your heart, all the way down towards the earth. Forward fold. And then now let's step back long with our right foot. Moving into Surya Namaskar, hands to the earth. Step back long with your left leg. You can either Ashtang or Chaturanga to the earth. So Ashtang, knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga by folding your elbows and lowering to the earth. Inhaling either into Cobra or Up Dog. So Up Dog, lift your heart higher. Hips low to the earth. Toes untucked or tucked, depending on how your back feels. And then let's rise back into mountain. So you're rising into mountain from Up Dog or Bhujangasana. One more breath here. We're going to step forward with our right leg between our feet. Take a moment here and then inhale, hands to sky. Again, I invite you to interlace your fingers. Turn your palms up towards the sky. Sink low here. So that left knee can be on or off the earth, yogi's choice. Take a moment. Then let's release our hands. Drop your left hand down towards your left leg. Reach up with your right hand. And then lean over to the left. You're going to feel unstable here. So that hand can be on that hip. And then back to center. And then release the right hand to the right leg or onto your hip. Reach up with your left hand to the sky. And again, we're going to reach over to the right. So you might feel unstable and wobbly here. We're challenging the Vata energy to stay in balance. Inhale back to center. Bring your hands to the earth. Let's step forward with the left foot to meet the right. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to your heart. Reconnect with your breath. Going the other way. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step back long with the left leg this time. Take a moment here. Hands to the earth, step back long with your right leg. You're going to again take the option of Chaturanga and Up Dog or Ashtangasana and Bhujangasana. So I'll take Ashtangasana this time. Knees, untuck your toes, bend your elbows, chest and chin to the earth. Rising Cobra or Up Dog. All together meet in mountain Parvatasana. Take a full breath here. Shift the weight into your right leg and let's step forward with the left foot. And shuffle that left foot as many times as you need. Right knee can be on or off the mat, yogi's choice. Inhale to rise up. Hands can be in your mudra. Prithvi on the left and Sthira mudra on the right. So right thumb to the outside of the ring fingernail. One breath here. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms to the sky. Now let's drop the right hand and reach up with your left hand before going over to the right. And again, keep your right hand on your hip to balance if you need. Inhale to center. Left hand comes to the right hip, pointing down, and reach up with your right hand. And then up and over here. One more breath. Hands to the earth. Let's step forward with the right foot and with the left. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Feeling warm. So in Ayurveda, these three doshas, these three constitutions, Vata, Pitta and Kapha, are made of a combination of elements, the 5 great elements. We're working to balance the space and air element, Akash and Vayu, with our Vata practice today. It is said that we are born with inherent qualities and characteristics. So thinking back, when we do the dosha, when we look at our dosha, we think back to how we have been for most of our life. Sometimes our doshas can change if we've been through something traumatic or a serious illness. But on the whole, they can stay consistent. That's our prakriti, our inherent basic nature. Our vikriti is when things happen to us and we shift out of balance. So the stress of COVID-19 will shift us all out of balance. Black Lives Matter will shift us all out of balance. The vikriti is what you're feeling now. It's what you've experienced for the last 30 days. It's not necessarily your true nature. It may be an excess or a deficit in terms of your energy. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Take a moment here and we're going to step back long with our right foot. So reach back far as you can and bring the right heel to the earth so that you come into this warrior stance. I'm going to turn around so you can see. Hands stay at your heart center. Inhale, hands to the sky. Warrior 1. Virabhadrasana. Exhale, open your arms into Warrior 2. Mahavirabhadrasana, the great warrior. So these warrior sequence is very grounding and rooting. We're focusing on the connection into the earth. So as we go into any challenge or battle or struggle, the great warrior helps us to gather our energy, to be purposeful, to have direction, to focus. One more breath here. Let's release the right hand to the right leg, flip the left palm up and over for Shavasana. One here. Exhale, left forearm to the left thigh. This right arm can reach up and over. Extended side angle. Uttita Parshavottanasana. Now, yogi's choice. You can bring your left arm to the earth. So you can stay here with the left forearm on the left thigh, or you can bring your left hand to the earth. And if you do that, let's reach up with the right arm to the sky. One more breath. And then exhale, everybody. Right hand to the earth. Turn your heart. Left hand to the outside of your left foot. Take a moment here in low lunge. And we're going to hop that right foot slightly forward so that we come into pyramid. Straighten through your left leg. So you're here in low lunge, and then we hop that right foot forward, bring the foot to a 45-degree angle and straighten through our left leg. Now your fingertips may not be on the earth here, in which case reach for your blocks, your footstool, or you can have your hands resting on your left leg, wherever they might be. Let's have our spine long here, crown reaching forward, tailbone reaching back. Going to spiral here into a twist. So this right hand is going to go to the outside of your right leg, anywhere on your right leg, perhaps down by your ankle, the outside of your left shin, or even at your thigh. Yogi's choice. Reach across your body with your right hand to the outside of your left leg. Now you can stay here. If you feel stable, you can lift your left hand and bring it to your heart or to your left hip. And if you feel particularly well balanced here, and it depends on what kind of Vata energy you're working with today, you could always lift your left fingertips up towards the sky. This will make you feel wobbly, challenging your balance. One more breath, and then whichever variation you are in of this reverse triangle, Parivritta Trikonasana. Turn your gaze back to the earth, and then let's inhale to rise back up into warrior one. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Turn your toes so they point forward, well, to the side of your mat. Wide-legged stance here. Ground down through your feet. So your outer edges of your feet are in line with the edges of your mat. Your toes are pointing forward. Again, you can come into your mudra. I like to take a pose. Mudra. Try this. Bring your hands into your Prithvi, left thumb and ring finger, and right thumb and ring to the outside of your ring finger now. Feel pretty grounded and stable here. Steady, stable seat or stance. Let's turn the right toes to the top of the mat. Bend into your right knee and turn to the right to warrior one, Virabhadra Sun. You might need to adjust your leg so that your hips can turn forward. One breath here. Move into Mahavira Sun, the great warrior. So if at any point as Vata you feel overactive, overwhelmed, you have a restless energy that's keeping you awake at night, then take a stance in warrior. If any pose can help you come into stillness, it's warrior 2, Mahavira Sun. Bring your left hand to your left leg. Slip your right palm up and over for Shanti. We're moving here into extended side angle. Uttita Parshavottanasana. Parshavottanasana. Right forearm to right thigh. Left arm diagonal over your head. Now remember, you can stay here, or you have the option of bringing your right hand to the earth, in which case reach directly up with your left fingers. One more breath here. The dog always comes with his bum in my face. One more breath. Let's gaze down towards the earth. Everybody bring your left hand to the earth. Come into low lunge. We're going to shift that left foot forward slightly, hopping it forward so that we come into pyramid on this side. Parshavottanasana. So remember, have your blocks here if you need blocks, or your footstool. Crown reaching forward, tailbone reaching back. One breath here. We're going to move into a twist here, moving into Parivritta Trikonasana, revolved triangle. So this left hand, take it to the outside of your right leg, maybe at the ankle, maybe slightly higher up, yogi's choice. That right hand can stay on the earth or connected with your blocks or low footstool, or you can bring it to your heart, take it to your right hip. Option to stay here, checking out how your balance feels. And then you have the option of taking your right fingertips to the sky. One more breath here. Exhale, right hand back to the earth or your legs. And let's inhale, step forward with our left foot to meet our right, back to forward fold at the top of our mat. Or the other end of our mat. I think I switched directions. And then inhale to rise up to standing. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Whoa, my Vata energy is up in my head right now. I told you my Pitta was really strong this morning. I'm not like kidding you, but my body temperature has dropped. I'm cooler. I've definitely come out of this strong emotion that I was feeling here in my belly, back up in my head. Feel pretty good, but calm. I'm going to practice Anulom Vilom breath here, like we did previously. We'll stay standing. So let's bring your dominant hand into Vishnu Mudra. So folding your peace fingers, your index and middle, extending your thumb, ring, and little finger. The other hand can stay at your heart center, or you can bring it in your mudra. Whichever other hand that you're not using. Your dominant hand in front of your face. Let's take a full breath in through your nose, out through open mouth. Cover your right nostril, inhale left. Cover the left, release the right, exhale right. Inhale right. Cover the right, release the left, exhale left. Keep your eyes open and focus on your third eye. Inhaling left, exhaling right. Inhale right, exhale left. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale right. If you can hear anything, that's my husband drinking water very loudly. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. And exhale left. Release your hand. If it's not the dogs, it's the husband. It's not the husband, it's the neighbors. Let's come back into our body here. We're going to move into our balance now. So we're going to do a little moving balance today. So I'll go sideways on. Let's go this way. So I'll do my right leg first. So shift the weight into your left leg. Your hands can be at your hips for balance, or they can be at your heart center, wherever you feel comfortable. Peel the right heel off the earth here. And bring the right leg so that the knee is bent, the thigh is parallel to the earth and sky, and have your foot flexed. Gaze ahead at something that won't move. Now you might stay here. Another option is to bring that right knee even closer and hug it in. So your knees are either parallel or you've got it hugged in. Now turn the knee out to the side. So you could have it, you could be like this with your hands on your hips and your knee turning out to the side. Or you could have your hand on your knee. You could be here. So yogi's choice about which way they go. Now, if you want to take hold of your big toe and extend your leg out to the side, yogi's choice. Now, my hamstrings won't allow me to stretch my leg out any further. I have tight hamstrings. So if you want to stay here with the knee bent. Or you could just be with your knee in front. One more breath here. Whichever variation you're in. Let's come back to center. And then let's flow our right leg behind us. Toes towards the sky. And you can reach back for that right foot. Coming into Nadrajasana. Left hand can be at the heart or reaching forward. Yogi's choice. And then when you're ready, you can come back to the front and bring your foot to the earth. So that was a little practice run. So let's shift onto the other side. Shifting the weight into your right leg, peeling your left heel off the earth. Yogi's choice again. You can bring your left leg so that your knee is bent and thigh is parallel. You can stay here. Also have the option of hugging your knee in a little bit closer and then turning your knee out to the side. So use your hands wherever you feel most stable and supported. Now, option to take hold of your big toes with your peace fingers and extend your leg out to the side. Again, yogi's choice. And then when you're ready, wherever you are, let's bring the knee back to the front. And straight directly from here, we're going to begin to shift the weight and take that left foot behind us. And then reach behind to take hold of your left foot, or keep your hands at your hips or your heart. Moving into Natarajasana, Lord of the Dance pose. One more breath, and then releasing the left foot wherever you might be. Remember, you could be here without even holding that left foot. And let's bring that left foot to meet the right again. Shake it out. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. And we're going to come to the earth now. So inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold down towards the earth. Come onto your knees and shins in Vajrasana. Remember, you can reach for your cushion here. If this is definitely not comfortable for you, then you feel free to come into Sukhasana. Yeah, find your pose that feels comfortable for you. We're going to come into a little twist here. So wherever you are, let's bring your fingertips onto the earth. Let's reconnect with our mantra. Om Bhu Devaye Namaha. Om Bhu Devaye Namaha. Om Bhu Devaye Namaha. Om Bhu Devaye Namaha. I invoke the strengthening, stabilizing, regenerative qualities of the Mother Earth. Inhale to reach your arms up. Exhale, right hand behind, left hand to the outside of your right knee or thigh. Gaze down towards the earth. Inhale to center. Exhale over to the left. Again, gaze down towards the earth. Om Bhu Devaye Namaha. Om Bhu Devaye Namaha. Om Bhu Devaye Namaha. Inhale to center. Take a moment here. I'm going to fold forward in child's pose. So whichever variation you're in, make your way into child's pose. Your eyebrows center resting on the earth, on a cushion or a blanket. Palms connected with the earth, or fingertips. But I invite you to bring your palms, it feels more restful. So for yogis who have high Vata in their dosha, or their dominant characteristic is Vata, practicing restorative yin, or very slow Hatha, which is what we practice. I practice what I preach. It's the kind of practice that brings you back into balance. One more breath here. Inhale, lift your gaze, walk your hands back towards you. Let's come into Sukhasana. Closing our practice together. With Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Remember, my Vata friends, you are a creative, energetic, free spirit, full of talent, the ability to communicate with anyone and everyone, the power to effect great change. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Inhale to prepare. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Dhanyavad. And thank you, yogis.